Florida State lost to Clemson yesterday. Florida State, I think it's time. I think it's time to fire Mike Norvell. Now, I don't like saying that. I very rarely will come on this show and call for a coach's job. But there's a lot of things that have sort of aligned to where I think we all know where this is going. And when you know how a book ends, it's probably best to skip to that part of the book and put it back on the shelf. We'll unpack this together. If you're a Florida State fan, hope watching or hate watching, make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate you being a part of this. Again, whether they choose to fire Mike Norvell or not in the coming days or weeks or before the end of the season, as they said they will not do that. Regardless, that job I really believe is going to become open here pretty soon. So if for no other reason you want to know who your next head coach is going to be in Tallahassee, make sure you subscribe right here to the On3 YouTube channel. So what I just said, we all know where this is going, don't we? I think Florida State even knows where this is going. If you got to put out a statement and say we're behind our coach, we're supporting him until the end of the year, and then we'll talk, we kind of see what's going to happen, don't you? When someone texts you and says, hey, can we talk? It's to break up. I've never gotten a text that says, hey, can we talk? And then it ends up being, hey, appreciate you, and let's go keep going on more dates. Like, my wife never once did we break up, but if she had texted me, can we talk? I would have very much so been expecting hey, I think we should probably part ways here, is how this whole thing is trending. And so if you know how that's going to go, why are we waiting around? Like, it'd be one thing if Florida State was going to be able to have their pick of the litter and they were the only job becoming available, but look at who else is in the hunt right now for a head coach. That's currently in the hunt for a head coach. Florida, that job's open. LSU, that job's open. Heck, Penn State. You don't think Florida State and Penn State might be after similar candidates? Florida State, if it's going to happen at a certain point, it might as well happen today. And I understand the administration came out and said we're behind until the end of the season. It'd kind of be a bad look to go back on that. But at the end of the day, it's a bottom line business, and the bottom line at Florida State continues to not look all that pretty. Just the fact of the matter here. It's the fact of the matter. And speaking to the opening at Florida State, should it become available here, I think it's more urgent for you. Yes, because of the other teams you're going to compete with here to land head coaches, but maybe even more importantly, y'all, I think your head coach is available right now. We said on the show last week, James Franklin would be awesome at Florida State. He's everything you need. He is sustained success. He is a proven track record. He is a better recruiter than I think most people realize. Like, James Franklin is going to be a head coach, I believe, somewhere next year. Whether it's for you, whether it's for Arkansas, Virginia Tech, I don't know who it's going to be for, but the point is he's available right now. Go get him. Like, hey, the music's playing. Someone's going to ask James Franklin to dance. It might as well be you. But I don't think you're going to have all that much time. Just my own feel on this. I don't think you're going to just be able to stroll in there after the season, kind of see where things stand with James Franklin. I think it's going to happen here sooner rather than later in this carousel. The music's playing. I would grab a seat before someone takes a chair. The other thought I have here, as I watch this whole thing unfold with Florida State, and this is just a me thing, I look at Florida State, and I look at that logo, I look at that place, and I'm like, man, you can have better. You don't need to just see how this whole thing rolls out with Mike Norvell and see how you finish the season and hope that maybe you get something at the end. Like, you don't have to hope and wait for that. I close my eyes at Florida State, and I'm like, Peter Warwick, Jameis Winston, Bobby Bowden, national championships, sustained success. Like, Florida State is a Tier 1 job. Let's have a Tier 1 manner about ourselves. Let's act like a Tier 1 job. When we know where this thing is going, let's make a move to get back to where we expect to be. Because as good as Mike Norvell has been, he's been inconsistent. It's been all over the map. It's not been recruiting at the highest level in your own backyard when it comes to the high school level. Like, I'm here for the portal thing when it works, but if you're going to be a head coach in the state of Florida, you got to recruit the state of Florida. There's too much talent within a stone's throw of your own living room to not have a competitive recruiting class year in and year out, especially with the way that Florida could potentially trend should they hire someone in that direction, or the way that Miami's going to recruit. Like, there's too much there. So it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. Mike Norvell, to say this on a personal level, has been awesome to us whenever we've asked him to join the show. Florida State, in general, been awesome to us whenever it comes to requesting anybody from their side of things to be on this show. I think Mike Norvell is also a good head coach, but right now at Florida State, it is not a fit, it is not a match, and it's not what either side deserves. It's gone sour. Why are we waiting for this whole thing to run its course. The right thing should be done today. I hate calling for people's jobs. Again, I think Mike Norvell is a phenomenal human being whenever I've had interaction with him. But unfortunately, this thing has run its course. I don't think we need to wait around too much and see what happens in a couple of weeks, all right? So, Florida State fans, let me know your thoughts on this one. Let me know if you think that Mike Norvell maybe should stay the head coach a little bit longer. And also, if you do think you should make a move, who are you going after? I've told you I think it's James Franklin, but let me know your thoughts, again, in the comment section. Caden Smith on the ones and the twos, myself, JD Pickell. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We will keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.